Hello, everyone. I am really excited today to help you get your Substack organized. So, fresh off the back of delivering your Substack magazine course, which was totally wonderful, and people have been so warm and friendly in response to those prompts. I wanted to just do a really quick tutorial to show you what you can do with your homepage on Substack. And this is with the filter of us setting up our Substack as if it's a magazine, so that when new people land on the Substack website, if they are landing on the Substack website, that it's really easy for them to navigate around. If they're beginners to your platform, if they're beginners to your offer, then it's going to be really clear for them. If they've been there a while, they know where to find things. And if you want to convert them to paid, then it's really obvious how they would do that. So this is thinking about people who don't know Substack. This is thinking about people who have been with us for a while. This is thinking about people that are busy. This is thinking about us not having to answer as many questions. So I will dive in and share my screen. This has been honestly a labor of love to do this work because it's not that easy to wrap your head around. And so I wanted to just jump over and show you what I've done on Creatively Conscious here. So some of you will know this was the Substack that I started with, and this is where I will write all of my wholehearted business posts. This is where I'll talk about Northumberland life, all of that good stuff, and I'll occasionally host business workshops with a soul-led focus. So here we are. So we have the navigation bar here. And what I've done is made sure that I'm making real space for these to be prime real estate. So the membership, that's where people go if they want to go into the membership. The calendar is kept up to date so people can literally see an overview of dates. And then there'll be some 2025 dates coming in. It's really important for me for it to feel really, really clear. So you might have a membership, you might write members only, you might write the community, whatever language you're using, you just need to use the same language so that people recognize, okay, this is part of it. So this is a big description of what I offer in the community, and all of the replays are here so people can find them really easily. And then the little personal touch that is just a splash of who I am in the world. The contents page, again, because I'm doing quite a lot with one publication here, and I might simplify that for next year, but for here and now, it just explains everything there. So it's going to say, again, it's repeat information. Here's the membership resources. Here are the Self-Seed Your Business resources. The Rejection Palace is here. This is where you can come and meet the community and then go back into the archives if you've really got loads of time. So on the front end, I have it set up. So, and I really like this at the moment. This is a campaign that I'm working on, led by Sarah Schatz, who's curated this gorgeous anthology of motherhood writing. And so the video will start playing, and it blends so perfectly with my publication. This is actually footage of me that just started playing there. That isn't, but it blends with my publication. It gives a little bit of an insight into who I am in the world, like what I'm about. I'm a mum. I'm working on a book anthology. That's my picture as well. So it's nice to have a video there. I really like it, and I'll probably do it over on Sparkle. Then I've got the most popular posts plugged in. I've got this lovely message, which will shift and change depending on whether the person is subscribed, a free reader, a paid member, or a founding member. And then I've got memberships and workshops in a group, Self-Seed Your Business, Big Dreams, guest posts, creative projects, and then recent posts. And then it all just sort of wraps up there. So to do that and to think about setting that up in the back office, obviously you'll have seen the navigation bar, and I've talked about that before, so I'm not going to go into that today, but it is in your settings if you need to find it. So anytime that you're going into settings, you want to be here, you want to be in your publication settings right here. And then we're going to go into branding today. So we're going to have a look at editing the theme so I can show you guys exactly how I've set all of this out. We're not going to talk about brand colors, but that's where they are. We're going to talk about customizing the homepage. So that's this one here. So I have highlight switched on. You can change these and see something different. So if you wanted to have it like that in a media feature, you can. You can set it up as a podcast. If it's a podcast, there's all these different things that you can choose. And you can see that previewed, so you know exactly what you're going to be shifting into. I have advanced layout switched on. I have top post switched on. The reason I have top post switched on is because I've been writing here a while. So posts gather momentum, and that is good social proof to show to people. So in the advanced layouts, we've got quite a few things going on. We've got this option for people to subscribe. So if they're not already a subscriber, I've written a message there. I've written a message for free subscribers, and I've written a message for paid as well. And this is where this is going to pull through. So you could go in real time and have a look and see what message you were getting, depending on whether you're free or paid or you haven't subscribed yet. Then I've got a grid plugged in. So I've got a tag. So you can decide when you set up your sections and tags, and please look at the link underneath this video to figure out which ones you want to use and why. When you set that up, you can then pull that through into a grid here. So I've said number of rows 1. So I have 1 row of posts there. Reason being that that's enough. I'm not trying to overwhelm people on the homepage. Honestly, if I could have maybe like 2 posts, I probably would, but it's fine for now. So I've got a row of posts there. I've thought about the curatorial imagery on those posts. I am working on that all of the time. Like, I really love the imagery of stuff, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I know that there's a balance to be found with making sure that something is clear, but also that something is visually enticing and doesn't confuse people. So that's that one. And then I've got a feature plugged in. So I've got self-seed your business. So this is some personal writing. This is some behind the scenes of my business, sharing the life that plugs into the business and how it all fits together. And then I've got the guest posts. So this was a series that I've now finished, but there are 10 posts that people can go back into the archives and read. And I like the language. You know, I use this language a lot: big dreams and quiet ambition. I like to kind of set out the bold statement, like, what is the big dream? What is the vision? And what is the quiet ambition that's going to get you there on the daily? So I like that language. I keep that on. Creative projects, I'll always be a creative producer at heart, so there are always going to be projects in this section, and I just felt like, okay, if people have got this far, then feel free to have a look around and have a look at those. Now, obviously, you can change the number of rows if you wanted to add more of those posts and pull through more. So if you do that, obviously, that's just going to build that up more. Which would be totally fine to do. There's a nice balance of imagery because I'm thinking about that anyway. I just don't want to overwhelm people with too many posts because, quite honestly, they're not going to click there. I mean, one of the things that you can think about is linking back through. So if you link the URL of a tag or a section every time you do a post, like you might like some other posts on XYZ, you can do that, and that's all good. And then I've got recent posts plugged in, and I've got 4 posts there. So if they really see something else that they want to click on, then that's all good. And then finally, I've got another subscribe block there. So if you wanted to think about your Substack and how you want to lay that out, and remember, this is only for people that see it on the desktop. If they're reading in the app, so 20% of my readers read in the app, you can find those stats in your dashboard. You want to be thinking about, okay, if they're reading in email, it's going to be this sort of experience. If I am sending them a URL to come and read more or see more, this is where they're landing. So you want it to be a beautiful blend of personal and professional. That's what we get to do on Substack. It is a wonderful invite for us to feel like we can take up space and we can share more of the personal that gets people to subscribe, because we don't sound like a robot that just plugged something into AI and spat it out again. So that is all glorious and good. When you set all of this up, obviously you can just press the save button. It knows I haven't made any changes, so it hasn't saved that, and that will save on your publication. So if you want to set it out and try and work out what you're going to do, what you're going to tag, how that's all going to be, you might want to use post-it notes and just use one tag or one section title per post-it note and then just move it around. For me, I want membership to be at the top, and I do that over on over on Sparkle and Substack as well, I think. Or it might be brand new to Substack. We'll have a check in a minute, but you can do it in a way that makes sense to you. You can make sure that it is as least overwhelming to people as possible and really give it some thought in terms of that subscriber flow and how people are moving through your content. You can also, when you get a new paid subscriber, go into their subscriber data and figure out what route they took. If you do that a few times, you'll build up a bit of a picture as to how people are navigating and making those decisions to pay, which can be really, really helpful if you're trying to grow your paid subscribers. So we'll go out of that. We'll press done. I haven't done anything bonkers, so that'll be all good. And then on Sparkle, just so I show you again. So I have obviously more tabs here. I use this one the most, the A to Z. I also use this one a lot. Members know now where to find things, and I've been really clear. I've made a video in the welcome email to help people to navigate both for membership and diamond members. And then we've got the threads that are ever popular here as well. So I feel like that's the most I can get away with in the navigation bar, but we don't want to give people too many options. This navigation bar is speaking to a different type of person, like in each of these invites. So if you're brand new to Substack, that's for you. If you're in the membership, that's for you. If you're in the diamond membership, that's for you. If you want to chat, that's here. People probably aren't clicking on that one, to be honest. I need to have a little check. The A to Z, like I said, I use it a lot, and once people know it's there, they'll click into it a lot. So what I'd like to do is put a video here, because I feel like video is more personal and it works really well. So I'll put a video there. Could have been this one really, couldn't it? And then we've got simple Substack advice, because there was a time where honestly, every other message, it was like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. So that's slowed down now. So I don't think it can be just down to my advice, but that's where that is if people want that. Then the membership, diamond members, Substack growth tips, make money on Substack. And you'll see I haven't got the subscribe blocks plugged in yet, simply because there's a lot here already, and I was thinking about how best to do that. So I've maybe overthought it for too long, and I should plan a call and we'll plug them all in together. But I could do that. I could put all of those in. So it's really important to think about where you are most navigating people to, what the questions are, how you can make it so clear and just cut through the confusion of what people need on your Substack homepage. Remember the tags and the sections. Yes, they're for others, but they're also for us, because we get to then collect a series of posts by topic, or, you know, by that heading, that kind of nugget of what it is that we want to organize things by, and send people that URL. So I hope that's been super helpful. If you have any questions, I'm really happy to answer them underneath. It's so lovely to do these videos, and they are fueled by the questions that you ask me. So do ask if you've got any other questions, and I shall do my best to support you.